Y is for you. You as a person. YOU. Now, in this segment, I'm going to suggest that you take a long, hard look at yourself. If you choose to do that in the mirror, that's absolutely fine. But what I'm talking about is just looking at yourself internally. I've mentioned it in one of the earlier segments, but there is a whole book that I've written around this. It's called Rooted for Relationships by Sonia Harris. It's on Amazon. And the whole idea is being prepared to be in relationships, but taking a look at yourself. When we do this list for what we want to receive in a partner, the criteria that they must have, we often forget to do a list on ourselves. If there's going to be a list at all, I'm not saying there has to be, but if there has to be one, there should probably be two. One for them, one for you. So if you want to take a long look at yourself, not just physically, but we do need to look at the physical. When you are praying for that guy that has abs and muscles and he's tall and he's, chocolate brown, or he's got a beautiful tan skin, or he's got that Cypriot look with that curly dark hair, or he's got that blonde look with the, curls down to his shoulder, whatever it might be that you're looking for, would he choose you? Now that might seem very stern, but I want to keep a sense of reality here. Quite often, the person that we're listing as the criteria for who that person has to be, she has to be, have all the curves in all the right places, have a certain height about her, have very pretty feet, have very delicate hands, her hair has to be, at least bra length. I mean, have you taken a look at yourself? What do you have to offer? None of us are perfect. None of us are oil paintings. Nobody is so beautiful beyond words that there is no flaw in them. And yet, we often look for that in a relationship. Not everybody, but many do. Have you also taken a look at yourself spiritually? Where are you in your spirit life? You want an absolute man of God. Are you a woman of God? Or are you just warming seats on a Sunday? Are you serving? Are you operating in your calling? Do you have a heart for others? Are you doing what you can do in the season that you're in? What about emotionally? Where are you emotionally? Have you dealt with the hurts and the fears and the past and the anger and the frustration? Do you operate in negativity, or are you positive thinking? Are you outward thinking or inward thinking? Are you selfish or are you selfless? What about mentally? Are you battling with anxiety and the types of things that may cause you to react in a certain way? Have you sought help for that? These are very real, very, very real situations that we're dealing with on a daily basis. But have you actually looked at yourself and considered whether you are ready, whether you are prepared, whether you are flexible enough to entertain a relationship? Are you a dictator? Does it have to be all your way? Do you have to say where you're going, when you're going, with whom you're going, at what time you're going, and what's to be worn? Are you the person that dictates to the other person how everything has to go? Or are you the person that goes along with everything that everybody else says and wants to say something but doesn't quite know how to vocalize it? If that's you, what will that look like in marriage? I hear so many guys in particular get frustrated because they're with somebody who cannot even decide whether to have Chinese or Indian. And that frustrates them. Because as much as they're being told that they have to be the head and be the leader, they don't want someone who doesn't have a view or doesn't have an opinion. They want a helpmate. Someone who is going to come alongside them and help them to make decisions, help them to know which direction to go in. Now, of course, none of us are perfect, and many of the things I've mentioned will be stuff that you are battling, will be stuff that you're tackling at the moment, will be stuff that may be in your past or may even be in your future and will need to be overcome. But do you know what? It's okay, Because in 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17 says, anyone who belongs to Christ has become a new person. The old life is gone, a new life has begun. Which means no matter what you've encountered in your past, God is saying he makes all things new. So don't allow anybody to pass judgment on you, but at the same time, you need to be prepared to look at you. You need to be prepared to look at you. If you can't look at yourself, how can you expect somebody else to come in and look at you and appreciate what you have and who you are to become and take you on as their lifelong partner when you can't even deal with that thing? And you know what the thing is. You know what the stuff is.